the Georgia State AA Football Championship from Weinman Stadium. I'm Herschel Weisbrom, along with Fred Scott, getting ready to describe the action as the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes host the Saints of Cedar Grove High School for the state championship in AA football. We'll be back with some pregame commentary, but first let's pause for these messages. Probably the largest and most enthusiastic crowd I have ever seen here at Weinman Stadium. And my colleague in tonight's broadcast is Fred Scott, who from 1963 to 1970 was head football coach of the Hurricanes. And the crowd below is just about drowning us up. Fred, have you seen a crowd like this before?
I don't think I've ever seen any more enthusiastic crowd, and I don't believe numbers-wise, other than possibly the Carrollton game in 1964. But no question about it, there's excitement here.
Well, this is the first time Cartersville has played for a football championship, so it is without precedent. In 1964, as you said, that was the year that Cartersville, I believe, was unbeaten, and that was they lost to Carrollton in the last game of the season, and they went to the playoffs instead of us.
Yes, they did. That was a disappointment, but it was a great season, and this has been a great season. And win or lose, can't say enough about our football team and about our fans and about our coaching staff.
I can't say enough about the enthusiasm. I've never seen Cartersville as excited about anything.
I don't believe I have either.
Well, it's going to be a great ball game, and we look forward to bringing it to you. And right now, we're going to take time out on Channel 4 for these messages, and we'll be back with some lineups and other information. And there is the toss of the coin. We'll get the decision momentarily. Okay, Cedar Grove has won the toss, elected to receive. Cartersville will kick off. They will defend the goal to our left, the north goal. A brisk win, a chilly night tonight. We'll have the kickoff right after these messages. The spirits are high at Weinman Stadium. The Canes clad tonight in their purple jerseys, gold football pants, getting ready to come through the big banner held by the cheerleaders. This is our final warning. The final football night of 1991 at Weinman Stadium. This for all the marbles, the state championship on the line. Cedar Grove ranked #1 in the state, unbeaten with a prolific offense and a tremendous defense, going against the Canes, who have just been a team that's taken advantage of its adversity and done whatever they needed to win this year, Fred.
I think they've done a tremendous job. We don't have any outstanding football players. They're a football team that has played as well together as any team I've seen in the 30 years that I've been here.
Well, talked to Coach Irwood during the week about Cedar Grove, and he said that they are the most athletic team that he has seen.
Look like a college football team from here. Team speed and size is, I've never seen a high school team that has come on this field anyway that could compare with them in size, and I know from a team speed standpoint, they're probably as quick as any team that's ever been together.
All right, Eddie Hicks is deep. Also in the deep positions, Vion Roberts, and on the far side, number 24 is Larry Perryman, who is the split end. Kicking off for Cartersville is Robert Richards, who tees it up. Cartersville usually does not kick the ball all that deep.
We don't kick that deep, but we get the ball pretty high and enables our team to get down under it. Now, we haven't kicked off to anybody who can run the ball back like this, so we've got to kick it a little deeper, and we got to cover more better than we've covered, or they'll have real good field position.
There is the kickoff. Goes to Perryman, scoops it at the 17,
Reverse.
And they have reversed it. Coming to the far side of the 20, to the 25. Belknap misses the tackle, but somebody else gets him at the 32, and it was number 91, Ricky Heath.
Jody Ray, number 41, did a good job covering and recovered real well on that misdirection.
Patrick Bush on the reverse of the kickoff. So the Saints are in business at their own 33-yard line. Robinson is the quarterback. And they go into a shift now, into a spread formation. The quarterback is deep. Robinson takes. He wants to throw it. He fires out into the flat, incomplete, intended for Larry Perriman through his fingertips at the 42. LaShawn Darby over defending for Cartersville, along with number 3, Derek Richards. Going quickly without a huddle. Again, out of the passing formation, and a penalty as the center didn't know the snap count, or some of the team didn't want. About 3 guys in motion, and the ball was never snapped.
They came directly to the line of scrimmage there in a quick no-huddle offense, and they haven't done that so far this year, and I think that probably broke their concentration just for a minute, and somebody jumped on this side over here.
Well, I don't know if Cartersville was ready, but Cedar Grove certainly wasn't.
It didn't seem to be. I hope they're like that for a while anyway.
Okay, Robinson is deep. Back there with him is Anthony Jordan. There is the snap. He's going to fire. He goes deep down the sideline, and Vion Roberts check it. Number 6, Eddie Hicks cannot get there. A long one, incomplete.
Cedar Grove's thrown for about 17 touchdowns this year with that type of offense. He goes back out of that spread formation and then send those receivers deep, and they've been very effective with it. We can't let anybody get behind us.
Again, a wild spread formation. They're all over the field. And they're going to give it to Jordan, the big fullback, and he's not going to get anything. Line of scrimmage was the 27. He got it back to the 29, a couple of yards, and number 50 for the Canes was in on the tackle, Adrian Harris. It'll be 4th down in a kicking situation for Cedar Grove.
Well, I hope they continue to do that kind of stuff against us offensively.
Comer is the punter. The kick
almost
is out
got
of
it.
there.
Almost
hits
blocked
at the 45, and it will roll dead inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line. So the
Daniel Morris got penetration, almost got that kick.
He got very close. Cedar Grove supposedly does not have a great kicking game.
No, if they have a weakness, it would be in their kicking game. They are adequate because they've had field position in all these ball games, but let's see how we do right here.
Okay, the Canes have Darby behind Woodard. Woodard takes and fakes, gives to Darby, off tackle, gets, a little yardage, maybe a yard, that's all, not much doing at all. Number 66 defensively on the stop of Cedar Grove, Victor Davis.
Cedar Grove reacts to the ball real well. We can block them. Well, they stay blocked. They react so well as a team on defense because of their overall small quickness. It'll be tough to move the ball against them, and they're so big.
Only one team has run for more than 100 yards on them all season. The give is to Terex Patton, and he's thrown for a big loss in the backfield all the way back to the 32-yard line.
Tackle was made by George Sutherland.
They were back there. I mean, by
Yeah.
the time he got the ball, they almost got the handoff. They're going to spot it at the 34, and it will bring up for Cartersville 3rd down at about 12.
Cedar Grove has several Division I college prospects, and that boy number 65 is one of them, Sutherland.
All right. Let's see what the Canes do on 3rd and 12 from their own, caught at 34-yard line. And the give is to Darby, and Darby just gets a yard or two. Nothing fancy. The Canes playing it close to the vest, got over the 35 to the 36.
There again, that team quickness in there, it's hard to move the ball against them. They'll be out of position or get blocked for an instant, and they'll recover real quickly. They're an outstanding football team.
All right, Pavlo to punt, no score, 9 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Neither team able to move on their first possession. Pavlo got the kick out of there, and it was close. Taken by Perryman at the 32, and he is being hit immediately. Cartersville all over him. Number 90.
Daniel Morris.
Number 90, Daniel Morris, is the first one there, and he had help from some purple playmates. Put it at the 33-yard line. 1st down, Saints. So Cedar Grove goes on offense for the 2nd time from their own 33, and really not much advantage in that punt exchange.
Now I think you see them go back to their conventional offense. Well, they're spreading now.
Okay, they line the running backs in and out, send 2 wideouts to the right. And here is Robertson on a sweep. He's got 5. He's to the 40, and he goes sliding down pro style at about the 46 or 47-yard line in Cane territory. Looked like it was going to be a busted play, but they broke it big.
Broke it big. He has that ability. He'll go back there. I don't know whether that was an intentional play or not because he fumbled the snap when he came out from under the center, but he will do that. He's hard to hem up.
1st down, Cedar Grove with the first offensive 1st down of the ball game at their own, call it the 47-yard line. Wideouts right and left this time. Goes to the Vion Roberts to midfield, and he's to the 45 in Cane territory. And let's see if they're going to rule him down. Ball came loose, but he picked up a solid 9 yards.
Devin Henderson on the tackle.
They do look tremendously quick.
They are.
I wish they'd go back to the trick plays.
I do too. I was hoping they'd stay in that for a while.
Tremendous quickness. No score with 7:42 remaining in the quarter. Cane defense trying to hem in the speed of Cedar Grove. Again, flankers are right and left. The running backs are in an I. Robinson gives to the tailback, and he is nailed at the line of scrimmage.
Kevin Henderson made the tackle, as he has all year long. He's a real fine football player.
All right, no gain on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. That was Roberts, the tailback, carrying on that play. Gerald Williams checks into the lineup. I believe he'll play a wide out. He will. Jordan is close. Roberts is deep on 3rd and a yard. Robinson to throw it. Robinson down the middle. Got his man inside the 25, inside the 20. And down at about the 18-yard line is number 17, Million Williams, the tight end, and he was wide open, and it was a beautifully thrown ball.
Very well executed. Great athletic ability to go up there like that.
Well, it was 3rd and 1, and the Canes obviously were looking for a run.
Right.
The ball is put down at the 18. 1st down, Cedar Grove, as they are threatening midway of the first quarter. 2 wide outs to the left side this time. Robinson fumbles the ball, a scramble, and let's see if he got it back. Looks like he got his own fumble. And the loss is a yard. It will be 2nd down and 11.
Now, we normally get tough right in here. It's hard for teams to move a ball on us.
The Saints bring in Totsi Tot. He's a running back. They have split backs, Roberts and Tot, behind Robinson on 2nd and 11. Robinson to throw. Robinson overthrows the receiver, Perryman in the left flat, down at about the 12, and it will be 3rd and 11.
Starting to get a little pressure now. Got 2 people back there that have made him hurry the pass a little bit. If we can get that, if they try to continue to throw the ball on something, if we get some pressure, get him out of rhythm, if nothing else.
5 minutes and 43 seconds left in a scoreless first quarter thus far. An I formation, wide receivers right and left this time. Robinson takes. Robinson rolls. Robinson under pressure, fires, incomplete. Intended receiver, Million Williams. And so we may be seeing a field goal attempt. A number of substitutions coming in for Cedar Grove. Comer is their kicker, the only kicker they have listed. He is on the field with a tee. And they'll put the tee down at the 27-yard line. It would be a 37-yard kick. The ball is down, the snap, and it may have been partially blocked. It goes into the end zone, and number 25 for the Canes came flying through there, Robert Richards. I don't know if he got into the ball.
I don't think he did. I think he was close to it, but he just underkicked it. They do not have a good kicking game, as we mentioned earlier.
But they won it on a field goal last weekend.
Yeah, first one the boys hit all year was last week.
Okay, Canes take over at the 20, and as has been a tradition with the Purples this year, they get tough when the other team gets deep down in their territory. Woodard barking signals. Woodard gives to Darby, and Darby scrambles for a little yardage. Let's see where they're going to mark him down at about the 24-yard line. 2nd down and a long 6, a short 7. Cedar Grove gives up very little yardage running. They have a tough rushing defense. Woodard bark signals. Woodard takes to Darby. Darby's got a couple of 3, crosses the 25, gets to the 28-yard line. And the Canes will have 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 with 4:43 remaining in the quarter. There is no score. Cartersville going from north, driving toward the south. Jason Chupp comes out. Mike Robertson goes in at the split end position. Robertson is wide left. Now the Canes shift the tight end over to the right side, put a wing out there with him. Darby still the running back behind Woodard. The give is to the wing back, and he's got a first down. Did he lose the football?
We got it back.
Cartersville got it back. That's scary. Number 34, Tim Green ran the ball. Lost it, but Cartersville recovered up at the 33, and it's Cartersville's first down of the ball game. So the Canes have their first successful offensive series of the ball game as we go into the 4-minute mark in a scoreless first quarter. Again, Devin Henderson is the wing on the right. He goes in motion. The give is to Darby. Darby fighting for yardage, breaks a couple of tackles across the 35, battles out to about the 38-yard line.
Good second effort. He does that extremely well. That's 5 yards. We'll take that on first down.
That's 2 yards on blocking and 3 on second effort.
Right.
And LaShawn is really not that big.
Very small, but he is a super football player for his size.
2nd and 5 Canes. They're at their own 38-yard line. And now the Canes shift, put the tight end to the right side with a wing. Split in is to the left. Woodard barks. Woodard takes to Patton. Patton's got a hold to the 45, to the 40, and to the 42 it is. And he is going to be just short of a first down by about a yard. Got about 4. But their quickness is something. He had a big hole there, and yet they're able to react to the ball.
They're very
tremendous
quick.
defense.
No question. They aren't in any unusual defense as far as doing anything that they weren't expected to do. They're in their conventional 5-2. Those big linemen sitting down in there, and the linebackers going to the ball.
Tight end is on the left for the Canes. Now he shifts over to the right. That's Ricky Heath. And is LaShawn ever hit in the backfield by number 65, Sutherland.
Linebackers will slip right up in that gap, and their version of a blitz is they jump between the gap, and that's what he did then.
Well, LaShawn never had a chance. Lost back to the 40, and it's 4th down, and the Canes will have to kick it away. Roberts and Perryman are the safety men. Cartersville lines up. Now they'll shift into punt formation with Pavlo deep. Good snap from center. He gets it out of there in good shape, and he is
take that.
Going to be hit. It's a tremendous punt, rolls inside the 10, goes to the end zone. A 60-yard kick, but they hit Pavlo after he kicked it, and that'll be a first down for the Canes. I think that's Pavlo's best kick of the season.
I think it is, probably is too. That was an outstanding kick. Got a good roll, got good coverage.
It will be a first down for the Canes on the roughing penalty. Let's see if it'll be 5 or 15. They hit him pretty good. It could be a big one. No use anticipating. We'll know in 2 seconds. It's going to be the 15-yarder. So the Canes move into Saint territory at the 45. First down and 10 yards to go. At the 45. Down to 1:35 in the first quarter. There is no score. And as you said, 2 good-looking football teams.
Yes, sir.
Great athletes with Cedar Grove. And there's a whistle, and the Canes may not have got the play off in time. We'll wait and see.
Timeout.
Oh, Cedar Grove asked for a timeout. Timeout on the field. Time in for these messages. Cartersville at the Cedar Grove 45-yard line, a 15-yard penalty against the Saints, giving the Canes a first down as the punter was roughed after the Saint defense had stopped the Canes on a 3rd and 1 situation, thrown them for a loss. Going to be really not too bad now, but it's going to, that temperature dropping pretty fast.
Getting colder quick, isn't it? The wind's blowing.
Okay, we got Chupp. Split wide to the right. Patton is set in the slot. Now they shift. Tight end goes to the left side. The give is to Patton. Patton goes between 2 but can't get any yardage. He's hit, maybe lost a yard.
It was there for a moment, but it closed up quickly, didn't it?
I tell you, they are quick. It just looks like you've got the play blocked or going, and all of a sudden there are white shirts everywhere. They are very quick. Canes will have 2nd down and 11. Robertson wide to the right this time. Tim Green is coming to the ball game. They give us to Darby. Darby, nothing. Got to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. So the Canes are going to have 3rd and a long 11.
Now, let's see if we'd elect to throw the ball. Let's see how they react to the pass.
We go into the 32nd mark of the first period. No score. Canes just having trouble offensively against the quickness and size of Cedar Grove. Back to throw, Woodard. Overshoots LaShawn Darby. Had him out in the flat at about the 38, but overshot him. And so the Canes will be faced with another kicking situation. Incompleted pass stopped the clock with less than 14 seconds to go. No score in the first quarter.
He was out there. He just overthrew him just a little. We'll settle down here in a minute and start moving. completing that, and when we do,
he could have floated that out to him, really, as open as he was.
We hit a couple of those, we'll be able to move the ball on the ground some.
Pavlo in punt formation for the Canes. Good snap, no rush this time. Gets another good kick. Fair catch is signaled for. Lets it hit. And the Canes are going to down it down or at the 10-yard line. Maybe the 9.
It's a good place to keep them. We can keep them down there now. Another excellent punt.
Well,
good coverage.
I don't know if we will get a play off. If they mark the ball ready for, if they wind the clock up while Cedar Grove is in the huddle, we won't. We won't get another playoff. Cedar Grove will stay in the huddle. We'll switch ends of the field. So at the end of one quarter, the Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, nothing. The Cedar Grove Saints, nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter after these messages. Getting set for second quarter action. Cedar Grove comes to the line of scrimmage, their own 9-yard line. Jordan is close. Roberts is deep in the eye. Eric Robinson is the quarterback. And Perryman now splits out. Williams, the tight end, is on the left. And there's another fumble. Let's see. Robinson's having trouble with that snap. That's the third time they've bobbled a snap, but he's been quick enough to claim it every time. Cartersville has had a fumble, and they got their fumble. So it could be state championship jitters on both sides. 2nd and 11 for Cedar Grove. Call it 2nd and 10. Maybe a foot lost on the play. Just underway second quarter. They spread them all over the field, right and left. Second down. There's the toss to Roberts. Roberts is in trouble and being hemmed in and thrown short of the 10-yard line. Canes all over there. Raybone, George, and Ricky Heath was out there also. Third down and still 10. Cedar Grove, we'll call it between the 8 and 9. Again, they line up in the eye. The crowd comes up, urging the defense on. Back to throw. Robinson is being hit and thrown at the 5-yard line.
Good coverage, excellent coverage in the secondary. Got a real good rush from our penetrating lineman, and that's what we like.
Adrian Harris, number 50.
Now we might get something out of this. He'll be inside the end zone right there. We get a little pressure. If we miss it and can stay off of the kicker, we should have pretty good field position.
Deep in there. Got the kick out. It's very high, very short. Darby caught her on the run at the 30, 20, 15, 10. Darby at the 1-yard line.
Okay.
Check it, 5-yard line.
Okay. About the 6.
Can you believe he caught that on the run?
I thought he was going to misjudge it a little bit.
He caught it at about the 32 and got it to the 6. And the Canes have first and goal. And
all right, now we'll see how tough they are on defense. We'll also see how well we can execute now.
All right, there is a official's timeout. I know not what they're asking. Another player's coming in. Were they short one? Number 52 coming in, 265 pounds. He is a big one.
They're 280 pounds all the way across there.
They are big ones. Okay, Canes give the ball on the reverse to Darby. Darby, touchdown.
Great play. Very well executed.
Let the crowd noise tell you. The Canes take advantage of a short punt and a great run back by Darby to the 6-yard line. First down, Darby coming off of the wing, back to the left, goes in. and it is 6-0, and Rutland will attempt the conversion. 9:43 left in the second quarter. Ball is on the tee. Rutland's kick is true. Cartersville 7, Cedar Grove nothing for the state AA championship. We have 9:43 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after these messages with a kickoff. Me? Okay, Cartersville ready to kick off. Here comes Richards. There is the kick. Oh, what do we got?
We got the ball.
Cartersville's got it.
Our football. He topped the ball. Didn't mean to kick it. It wasn't an onside kick. It hit the lineman in the chest, bounced off of him, and we covered and got the football.
Was that intentional, or did he just miss it?
I don't think so. I don't think it was an intentional. I think he was trying to keep kicking the deep corner down here, and he just topped the ball with his foot.
So the Canes get a big break. They have the ball at the 48-yard line. It hit a lineman, bounced off, and the Canes recover it.
Good place to go deep right here.
Okay. Again, the Canes shift the tight end over to the right side. Woodard takes. Woodard is stowed under. I think he was going to throw it, but they had it covered.
Had it covered.
They had it
Got
covered.
A good rush from a defensive end on this side.
So it is a loss on the play of about 7 yards. I'd say 6 yards, call it. 2nd and 16. Ball back at the Cane 47. And they got to go to the 38 for a first down. Second down, 16, Cartersville. Woodard calls, he signals. Wideouts left and right this time. Man in motion is Henderson. They give it back to Patton. Patton, not much. Looked like there was a big hole, and all of a sudden there's a linebacker there.
Very quick reacting to the ball.
2 yards.
That's individual talent, and they've got a lot of it. That was evident in that play that preceding that. All at once they'll muscle up, and you can see their athletic ability when they do something like that.
It's going to be third and call it 14 yards. Third and about 14 from the Canes at their own 49. Got a slot left this time. Now they shift. Got a wing on the right. Woodard to Darby. Darby to midfield. Darby 45. Darby fights to the 42-yard line in Cedar Grove territory before being put to the ground. A good gain on the play, but it's going to be fourth down and about 5 for Cartersville, and we've got timeout as there's a player injured for Cedar Grove. We'll take a timeout for this injury, and we'll be back after these messages. He's got both hands up on his on the helmet like he's hurt. Okay, he's up. Number 6. Okay, the injured player was Eddie Hicks, a defensive back.
I believe that's a real good defensive back.
But he walked off under his own power, so the Canes line up with Belknap as the quarterback. On fourth down, Cedar Grove expects a kick. And the Canes shift. Pavlo goes deep. High snap. Pavlo handles it, however. Gets the kick out of there. Going to hit it about the 15-yard line and will be downed at that point. So
as good a place as we could have them right there.
The Canes have had good, sound defensive play thus far. And Cedar Grove, one drive, got it down inside the 20, and the Canes stiffened, forced a field goal attempt that was unsuccessful.
I believe we can play with them defensively if we don't let them make a big play. And they have the ability to make that big play.
With their speed, that's what scares you to death. Ball at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Robinson with the ball. Robinson on a pitch, loose ball. Cartersville's got it. Cartersville's got the loose ball at the 15.
Maybe what we need right there.
I don't know, was that George on it?
I don't know, I missed his number. I didn't see it.
Could not pick that up.
I almost jumped through the roof here.
Fred, you're in journalism now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to be more reserved like you are.
I admire your objectivity. Neutrality. Everybody here tonight in this booth is purple and gold. 1st down, Cartersville at the 15. Woodard takes. Woodard.
There he is.
To Darby. Darby to the 10. Darby to the 5.
Had a great block right there. Great block, great effort again.
And let's see if he got the 1st down. It's going to be close. They may measure for the 1st down. It is an official's timeout. They're going to bring the sticks in. Darby for 10 on 1st down.
We seem to be causing a little bit of confusion with the movement of our backs in there. They're holding. Those linebackers now are starting to hold a little bit. And if we can get them to do that, the straight ahead stuff, if we can shield block those big linemen, we hold the block for a little bit, we can move the ball.
2nd and a couple of inches. Second and inches.
Got them on the heels right now.
7-0 Cartersville lead, and Cartersville is trying for more. Woodard takes. Woodard to Darby. Darby drives to the 1-yard line.
Good job. Straight ahead. Great
Somebody
job blocking.
had a hole.
Good block up front in the hole right there.
1st down inside the 2.
Offensive linemen now starting to find those big tackles and big linemen. If they can find them down here and knock them out of there, that's an advantage. We get this one in right here, we'll be as good a shape as we've been.
Okie doke. 1st down and goal. The ball just outside the 1. There's Woodard to Darby. He's in.
Down.
Darby off the right side again. Good blocking. He got across the final stripe before they hit him. And it's Cartersville 13 and Cedar Grove nothing. And Cedar Grove has never been 2 touchdowns behind. But with their athletic talent, they're going to keep you scared if you got them down 3.
Right. They have the ability to come back real quick on one play.
Okay, Rutland will attempt the conversion. Ball is on the tee. Kick is in the air. It's good. And with timeout on the field, 6 minutes and 12 seconds left in the half. Good news from Weinman Stadium. Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove Saints 0. Okay, Roberts to kick as the Canes have capitalized on a short punt and a fumble to take a 14-0 lead over Cedar Grove in the state championship AA battle. Richards comes forward. He squibs one down there and it goes. Hicks drops it, picks it up, comes back to about the 20, and he got him at about the 27-yard line, 26. Okay. He scares you to death when he fumbles it.
Yeah.
You cannot let down. And that was the young man that was slowed up with an injury a little while ago.
Now, if we can hold right here, we've got 6 minutes left on the clock. If we can keep from making a big play, we'll be in the catbird seat.
And that's where I like to sit, Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, they got a player getting on the field.
Oh, we got a spread here. Timeout. Somebody stop it. Big play.
Okay, completed pass out of the spread, and that's Williams again, Williams.
Number 17.
He's caught 2 big passes for them.
That fooled us a little bit. We haven't seen that.
Well, let's see what I don't see a flag back
to
now.
Our captain, so against them.
Had to be something near the point of the tackle, though, because there's no flag back anywhere near the. Could have been a lineman downfield or something.
Could have been. I hope that's what it was.
Let's see.
Brings it back, whatever it is.
Illegal motion. That'll bring it all the way back. Personal foul, Cartersville. So what is that, an offset, I presume?
Got a personal foul against us.
Personal foul, Cartersville, illegal motion against them.
Offsetting foul, that's okay. We'll take that. I'm surprised we didn't stop that call timeout when we didn't react real well and they came out there and shifted.
5:35 left in the half, and the Canes get a break. They're going to mark them both off. 15-yard personal foul against Cartersville.
I thought they were all setting.
Well, Coach, we've both been away from this a long time.
We've been away a long time, Herschel.
Yeah.
Rules change, technique change.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're bigger, faster, and hit harder, too.
Ooh, I'm telling you.
But the field is still 100 yards long.
Now.
Cartersville takes timeout. Timeout on the field with 5:35 left in the half. Cartersville 14, and the Saints nothing. We'll be back after these messages. Okay. Getting ready to go again. Cedar Grove will have a first down at their own 36-yard line. Eric Robinson, the quarterback. He's got Patrick Bush in there with him now.
Same offensive
Now they
set.
go to that wild spread again. Chasing Robinson, there is the pass over the middle to midfield, and they got a first down at the Cartersville 47-yard line. The tackle for the Canes, Derek Richards. First down, Cedar Grove at the Cane 47. Inside the 48, we'll call it 47. Again, they go to that spread. They are all over everywhere.
They're going to run out of it in a minute.
Bad snap from center. Robinson's going to fire it anyway. What a catch. What a catch.
Great catch.
Now, that's what scares you about the guys.
That's the ability right there.
A terrific, the ball snap over the guy's head, and I did not get the number, but somebody made a terrific block on a Cartersville lineman. By the time they got back to him, he rifles it, and a great catch to the Cane 35. And again, it was Williams who caught it. Lots of time to go. A little variation. 3 wideouts to the right this time. Robinson fades. Robinson fires. He's got his man Hicks. Hicks to the 20. Hicks to the 17.
We got to cover those people.
Maybe the 16. Air raid in effect at Weinman Stadium. It's bombs away. Cedar Grove is throwing it. The Canes on top 14-0, but that 2-touchdown lead in jeopardy. Now they use the same set to the opposite side. 3 wide outs to the left. Quarterback in the shotgun. Again, a bad snap, but he handles it. He fires. He's got his man inside the 10. Again, it's Hicks. Hicks at about the 9. Play made about 8 yards. Plenty of time left. 4 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. The ball is at the 9. It will be second down and about 2. Second and a couple. Robinson again in the shotgun. Robinson gets the snap. Robinson fires. Incomplete. Intended for Perryman at the goal line. It'll be third down and about 2.5, I'd say.
Got some pressure that time from the outside.
Ball is
73.
Ball is at the 9, and he's got to go just outside the 6 for a first down. It's third and a short 3. This time they've got the fullback, the only running back. Robinson is under center. Robinson takes. Robinson rolls. Robinson fires. Ball is in the air. It is incomplete. Batted away. Ball was tipped, thrown, incomplete pass, and it is fourth down and 3. A great big play coming now for both sides. Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove nothing. Cedar Grove asked for a timeout. They're going to talk it over. Exactly 4 minutes left in the half. Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove nothing. We'll pause for these commercial messages. Ready for a big play. 4th and 3, Cedar Grove. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Robinson will go under center. The fullback, Tony Jordan behind him. Robinson takes. Robinson runs. The keeper breaks for the touchdown.
Quarterback.
And it's 14-6 as the Saints get back in the ball game. 195-pound youngster, over 6 feet tall, a great athlete. Just ran it down the line. The Canes
Started the option to this side and kept it. We got a shot at him and missed him.
So the extra point attempt by Comer. Ball is on the turf. The kick is blocked by Belknap. Belknap with a block, and it's Cartersville 14 and Cedar Grove 6. 3:55 left to play in the half, and Fred will hold it here for a minute. That was, you kind of hope they keep going to the spread stuff because they've got such great athletes. They scared you to death just running regular an option play.
Well, they confused us a little bit with that offensive set when they shifted up here, and we didn't recover to that till late inside our own 20, and that's hard to do, particularly against real good athletes, super athletes.
Okay, well, Comer's getting ready to kick it off. 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the half. Cartersville on top 14-6. A long way to go for a big prize. The Georgia State 2A Football Championship. The first championship football game ever played here at Weinman Stadium, or state championship.
A lot of folks have been waiting a long time for this, and it's here, and I'm telling you, a lot of excitement. 2 real terrific football teams playing, and I'm just proud to be a part of it.
The wind still whistling. The kicker, Comer, will have the wind to his back. Joe Comer ready to kick off for Cedar Grove. This is their first kickoff of the ball game. Hits it high, not too deep. Tim Green at the 17, to the 20, to the 25, and out to about the 28-yard line.
Now we need to get a couple first downs here. We don't give the ball back to them.
Ball is on the 28. Their quickness, speed, and size makes it very difficult to move on the ground. Canes have had 2 very short drives for their scores. And the Saints went 73 for their touchdown. Here's Darby. Darby's got 2 or 3. As he crosses the 30, got out to the 33-yard line, giving him right out a solid 5 yards. But the Canes are beginning to block these guys a little better.
Beginning to block them. We're getting up in there real quick, not giving them the chance to move, use that ability in there to fall off those blocks.
Clock crawls with 3:13 left in the half. Darby deep behind Woodard. Woodard takes and gives to Darby. Darby close to a first down as he's out to about the 37, possibly. Let's see where they're going to mark it. I think it's going to be a tiny bit short, but they may measure. Are they going to ask for a timeout for a measurement? They are. So they'll bring the sticks all the way across to the near side as Darby appeared to get most of the 5 yards needed. Mine not too good eyesight, looks a little bit short.
I believe he's a little shy, but he got a strong 4 yards right there. About 6 inches short.
Okay. I think I'd snake it. I'm conservative.
I am too. You used to fuss at me about being conservative.
Did I ever fuss at your coaching, Fred?
Well,
I never criticized the players, and you know, it's easy to criticize, and I ain't no workaholic. So I always picked on the coaches. I was never as hard on you as I was Rodney Walker. Okay. Here's a big play for the Canes. Semi-big play. They just need inches. On 3rd down. Woodard looks it over. Oh, they're packed in there in the middle, aren't they? Woodard, long count. Quarterback sneaks, and he's got it. He just drove ahead behind his right guard. And Chris Branton and the center, John Cowan, and Woodard move it up outside the 40 for a first down. They got a solid 2.5 yards. First down, Cartersville, 2:50 left in the first half. Canes lead 14-6 over Cedar Grove. Woodard under center. Woodard takes. Woodard gives it away, and we got some yardage.
Got about 8.
Is that Darby? It was Darby. I lost the football. I thought Woodard had faked and kept it. It's about 8 or 9 on the play. Give him 8. From the 40 out to the 48, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 48-yard line, and they've got to go about a foot across midfield for the first down. Canes have shown an ability to move the ball against this big football team from Cedar Grove, and they are a big one. There is Darby. Darby, not much this time, hit short of midfield. He got about 1.5 yards, 2 on the play. It will be 3rd down and again less than a yard. 3rd and less than a yard. Number 71 limping, but he's going to stay in there. 3rd and a short yard. 3rd at about 2 feet.
Big first down again.
Less than 1.5 minutes to go in the half.
Need this first down. We want to give them the ball back.
Canes to the line of scrimmage. Again. Woodard takes. Woodard to Darby. Darby's hit. Darby's second effort.
He's close.
I don't think he got it. It's going to be about 4th and a foot. Well, with 50 seconds, he didn't get it. Up, they're going to measure. They are going to bring in the sticks. The ball is squarely on the 50. Looks like he's about a foot short. Coach, I wouldn't second guess you on this call.
Wouldn't you? I'd punt.
You'd punt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sure would.
Yeah. 4th and a foot, and Coach Scott says he'd punt, but he's now in real estate.
That just shows you how much I know. No, they gonna punt.
Yeah. That's why you went into real estate.
That's right.
It's all right to punt, but I'd tell Pablo if they break through, eat it. And they might take a penalty. Might take a 5-yard penalty here. Waiting for the snap.
Don't take it.
He's going to take the penalty. Well, I don't know why Pablo's coming off. He's got a punt now. I think they just Coach Airwood just wanted to remind him to get it off. Okay, 4th down as the Canes take an intentional 5-yard delay of game penalty. 28 seconds remaining in the half. Good snap from Pablo. He toes it out of there into that wind. The ball is not going to go far. And it's a very short punt. And a Cedar Grove man picks it up, starts running with the ball, and gets it back across the midfield stripe. Number 66, Victor Davis, a lineman. I tell you what,
broke it out of there too.
They will take a chance, will they not?
Yes, they will.
Okay, 17 seconds left, and I imagine they'll spread it all over the field.
Here we go.
That big spread again. There's the snap. A screen out here to midfield. Got a man's got a lane down the sideline, and he's run out of bounds at the 25. Number 20, Patrick Bush, was the receiver. Well, they've shown that, and that's the first time they put a receiver behind it, and Cartersville only had one defender. Out of bounds play stops the clock with 5 seconds. And we have Cedar Grove wants to talk it over. With less than 5 seconds to play, Cedar Grove takes a timeout, and if they've got something tricky, I guarantee you we're going to see it, Coach.
We sure are. And it'll come out of that offensive set right there, I'm sure. They still haven't run out of it with the quarterback. They can do that.
Well, 25 yards. Of course, they spread you all over the field, and he's a great athlete with great speed and quickness. So 14-6 with time for just one more play remaining in the half. At halftime, of course, we'll have the Purple Hurricane Band on to entertain. The first ever state championship game at Weinman Stadium. I'm Herschel Weisberg, along with former Purple Hurricane head coach Fred Scott. And here they come again. They've got 2 wideouts right, 2 wideouts left. Robinson is back. High snap. Robinson goes out. Robinson throws on a penalty play. It's a touchdown, but there's a penalty. There is a penalty. The completion.
Did you see what the penalty was?
I did not see it. It was in the backfield. Number 24. Illegal block. Illegal block. Perryman caught it at about the 2 and went into the end zone, but there's an illegal block. A chop block. Not much doubt who did it. Number 75, Kane Walker. And they will, they'll get one more play. He's a 305-pound junior. Just listen to the weights on these guys. 305, 265, 245. It doesn't matter the down, one more play before the half ends.
Now there's no telling what we'll see here.
We'll make sure everybody on the sidelines is inbounds or out of bounds. Robinson lines up under center. Now he shifts back into the shotgun. And Cartersville calls timeout. The Canes call a quick timeout. And that was Robert Richards who signaled for that timeout. Whether he saw something, I guess maybe the Canes wanted to see the formation. That might have been.
Well, I think they were shy on their coverage on the far side of the field over there. There were 3 receivers there, and I didn't see but 2 people in purple shirts until somebody made an adjustment after the timeout was made. So.
Okay. The time has expired in the first half, but since there was a penalty on the last play, we'll have one more play. Normally, a ball game cannot expire on a defensive penalty or a half. It can on an offensive penalty, but Cartersville had to take the penalty because they had scored on it, right, on that last play. Okay. And the Canes have got that defense. They'll give them 40 yards. They just don't want to give them 46 or 45. The line of scrimmage is the 45. Back to throw. He's got all day. Canes cannot get to him. And somebody must have hit his arm when he threw, or it slipped out of his hands, but that is the halftime. As Robinson throws a terrible pass downfield, not near anybody, and at halftime, the Weinman Stadium crowd on their feet cheering the home team. It's Cartersville 14 and Cedar Grove 6. We'll be back with some halftime activities right after this message. Halftime at Weinman Stadium, Cartersville on top 14-6, and the Cartersville Purple Hurricane Marching Band going to entertain at tonight's state championship football game. Let's enjoy the Cartersville High School Marching Band. Fine halftime performance by the Cartersville High School Marching Band. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause for a few words from the folks who bring this game to you, and then we'll be back for the third quarter. At halftime, Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove 6 for the Georgia State 2A Championship. We'll be back after these messages. Getting ready for third quarter action, Cartersville leading 14-6. All the scoring took place in the second quarter. Early in the period, Cartersville taking advantage of a short Cedar Grove punt. LaShawn Darby, a great return down to the 6-yard line. And on the next play, Darby went in from 6 yards out. Then the Canes recovered a Saint fumble, the Cedar Grove 15, and marched it in from there. Again, Darby scoring from about a yard out to lead 14-0. The Saints marched 73 yards, mostly through the air. The touchdown coming, however, in a 9-yard run by Eric Robinson on a quarterback option. And that was on a 4th and 3 play. 14-6, Cartersville leads. Comer gets ready to kick off. The Canes and the Saints for the state championship. 24 minutes of football to go.
4 minutes.
Here comes Comer forward. He toes it up high, but not very deep. Tim Green at the 30. Tim out to about the 34-yard line, and that is about all. And in a hurry down there, number 31, Smith on the stop. Rashad Smith.
It's real critical right here on this first series for us. We cannot let them get the upper hand. And physically, they're capable of doing that.
Okay, Woodard goes in to run the offense. Just underway the third quarter. A lot of razzle-dazzle, very long first half due to all the passing by Cedar Grove. Again, the Canes go to that shift with a tight end over on the right side. The give is to Patton. Patton is hit for a loss, and is he ever mauled? Number 17, I believe, is that Million Williams? Right. Losses a good solid 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. I tell you what, you just got to go straight at it. I don't think you can run laterally against these guys.
They got too much athletic ability for that, and certainly he has. He's been on several key plays offensively and defensively. Anything quick and keep them rolling off those blocks with the ability they have, we need to do that, and we need to get move the ball up as much as we can right here.
Okay.
There it is.
There's Darby at the 40, Darby at the 45, Darby at midfield, Darby into Cedar Grove territory to the 41. A great play fake by Woodard. And the first pass completion for the Canes to Darby, took it at the 40, carries it from the Cartersville 40 to the Cedar Grove 41. First down, Cartersville. A big play for the Canes.
Very big play. That's an understatement. We need to get them back on their heels a little bit.
John Cowan over the ball for the Canes. Darby again, they're in the running back. Tim Green in the backfield with him, along with Devin Henderson. Henderson in motion. And the give is to Darby, and Darby cannot go anywhere. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, might not have.
Sutherland in on the tackle. He's a super football player, Herschel.
2nd and 11, a loss of a yard. Just starting play in the third quarter, Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove 6. Canes 2nd and 11 at the Cedar Grove 42. Canes got 2 wideouts to the left and a man in motion. The give is to Darby. Darby gets a couple, and that's all.
I saw the face mask from up here.
I did too, but I don't see a flag. And the crowd is reacting with the boos. 3rd down and 9. Richards goes to tight end, replacing Ricky Heath. 3rd and 9. The ball just inside the 40. Woodard back. Woodard to throw. Woodard fires. Incomplete. And Woodard was leveled as he let the ball go. 4th down, Canes will kick. Bad news, the drive stalled. Good news, a decent kick will put Cedar Grove deep.
Wind's behind us. We can just get it down there and keep them in the hole.
Pavlo in punt formation. Good snap. Toes it out of there. A good kick. Hits at the 10, goes into the end zone. So it's a 39-yard kick, 40-yard kick from scrimmage, and Cedar Grove will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Canes managed to run off only 2 minutes and 44 seconds. We've got 9:16 left in the third quarter. Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove 6. Eric Robinson still the quarterback. Jordan and Roberts line up behind him. The flanker is Hicks to the left side this time. Straight set. Robinson runs the reverse to Hicks. Hicks gets outside, Hicks to the 30, and Hicks goes down as he gets to the 35. And that's what scares you about them. They ran the reverse, and they have such great speed. If they can just make you stand still for a second, get a blocking angle with all that speed. First down, Cedar Grove at the 35-yard line. Cedar Grove passed for over 100 yards in the first half, but rushed for only 25. Robinson takes reverse the other way. A couple of missed tackles, but they get him after only a yard or two. Had a chance to get him for a loss, and it is Vion Roberts on the carry, and he got a yard on the play, maybe two. About 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. Again, Jordan and Roberts in the running back post. The flankers on the right side. There are no wideouts. Robinson back. Robinson to throw. Robinson down the middle in. Williams makes the catch at the 30. Breaks a tackle to the 20. To the 5. He's going to score. And it's a 63-yard touchdown connection. Million Williams.
We had coverage. We just didn't play the ball. We got to play the ball in the secondary.
He made a great catch, and he broke 2 tackles. He broke 2 tackles, and they'll go for 2. And that's what scares you about this Cedar Grove team. They are so athletic. The play was well covered. The guy got it, and he broke 2 tackles and made it a 63-yard touchdown pass. He caught it down at about the 35 in Cane territory, or the 30. We got a flag. They were going to fake a kick. Surely wasn't going to put it on the tee. What have we got to call? Offside Cartersville.
Probably go for 2 now.
Well, Robinson was in there to hold. I don't remember their field goals. Did he hold on in the first half? 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Cedar Grove is going to take a timeout. Timeout on the field. We'll pause for these messages. Okay, Cartersville penalized half the distance, and Cedar Grove will go for 2. Okay, there's the gift to Roberts. He does not get there. He does not get there.
Great play, defense.
The Canes just inundate him. Raymond George was over there, number 53. So the extra point attempt is no good. It's Cartersville 14, Cedar Grove 12. We have 8:05 remaining to go in the third quarter.
We need a break. We need to get the ball.
Let's see. Comer will tee it up at the 40-yard line. 14-12, Cartersville leading Cedar Grove as the Saints strike with lightning-like suddenness on their first possession of the second half. A 63-yard pass from Eric Robinson to Million Williams, who made a great catch near the 30, shook off 2 tacklers and took it into the end zone. Comer to kickoff. He'll be kicking into the wind. Canes have nobody deeper than the 20-yard line. He gets a good kick this time. LaShawn at the 15, Darby to the 20, Darby to the 25, Darby out to the 32-yard line. So the Canes have decent field position after the kickoff. 1st and 10 Canes at their own 32-yard line. (14-12). The state championship on the line. The Canes and the Saints. Woodard under center. Darby the only running back behind him. The give is to Patton, and he is drilled. Patton is drilled at the 30-yard line for a loss.
Number 65 again, Herschel.
I think if I was Patton, I'd say, Coach, try somebody else.
He's a great football player. I think they have 4 or 5 Division I football players on that football team. Qualified Division I. That says a lot. Anytime normally a team within our classification only has 1. But they got 4 or 5.
Okay, here is the give to Darby. Darby with second effort gets it to the 34. And it was just second effort. Blocking might have got him a yard, but he just lunges forward to the 34. And it'll be 3rd and 8. Canes having trouble moving this ball against a Cedar Grove defense that is in 14 games, giving up 100 yards to only one team. Woodard under center. Woodard takes it. Darby doesn't do anything with it. Darby, line of scrimmage, that is all. They played it well.
65. Southern.
And it's 4th down as the Canes cannot move the football. 6:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. 14-12, Cartersville leads Pavlo into punt. And Cedar Grove likely will get pretty good field position. Vion Roberts is the safety man. Perryman also dropping back. Good snap from center and a beautiful high kick. And Perryman lets it bounce. Now Perryman has it to the 30, to the 35. Look out, he may go. He's at midfield. He is at the 40. They're not going to catch him. At the 20, he runs it all the way back over 80 yards for a touchdown. And they actually mishandle the punt. And that is the speed and explosiveness of this Cedar Grove team. A beautiful high punt inside the 20. And Perryman and Roberts actually both went for the ball.
Had a good opportunity back there. We just let him out of there. That's all there is to it.
And the score with lightning-like suddenness, Cedar Grove 18, Cartersville 14. Comer in to kick. And Cartersville apparently is a man short. Now, getting a defensive player in there quickly. Ball is put on the tee, kick is in the air, and it is good. Timeout on the field. Cedar Grove 19, Cartersville 14. We'll be back after this message. Coach Earwood on the sidelines trying to fire up the Canes as they have been stung by 2 quick scores. Just a matter of a couple of minutes. A 63-yard pass play, an 80-yard punt return, and suddenly Cedar Grove leads 19-14. Comer's kickoff is again deep. Devin Henderson at the 17 to the 20. Henderson to the 30 and out of bounds at just over the 30. So it's going to be first down Canes, and for the first time in the ball games, the Canes find themselves behind. We'll call it the 31. It's just short of the 31 actually, with 5:35 left in the 3rd quarter. The Canes need a break, they need a drive, they need to move the football. Woodard takes, Woodard to Darby. Darby's got 5 or 6. He's out over the 35 to about the 37. It's going to be 2nd down and 2nd and 3. Give him 7 on the play. The straight ahead plays make a little yardage. The Canes, I don't think, have picked up anything going laterally.
No, we can't stay with hold those blocks on those big linemen. They're too quick, too powerful, too strong.
Okay, Woodard keeps it to the 40, and he's to the 38, and he's ripped back, knocked back. I mean, he's hit hard by number 66. Victor Davis. He got a yard. And I think an equipment problem with one of the Cane players, a tackle. It's going to be number 77, Shane McPherson. It'll be a big play for Cartersville. Third and still close to 3. Actually, that was no gain. It looked like he had some yardage outside.
Yeah.
3rd and 3, Cartersville. Again, they've packed that line in. Man in motion. Again, it's Darby. He's got the first down and more as he's up to the 45 for the Canes. First down, Cartersville. And Cedar Grove's got a player on the ground, and that might be that big...
Number 66.
That's 66, that's Victor Davis. So a timeout as Cedar Grove has a player down. Cartersville trails 19-14. 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And giving some medical attention to the young man on the field. Cartersville in its first ever state championship game. And Fred, I can remember some other playoff games, some heartbreakers at Jefferson back in 1976. Willie Cox, the Hatfield boys, the Gayton boys. Davenport kid was a good football player. A fine football team, and Cartersville led in that ball game 12-0, and it was a play just like we saw, a kickoff return in which we had him, let him get away, he ran it back, and it turned that ball game around. Jefferson came back, defeated Cartersville 21-12, and Jefferson went on to play in the state championship game where they lost to, I think they lost to Ocilla, Irwin County.
Right.
That was about 76.
Well, this one isn't over. Don't count us out yet. We've been behind several times during the third quarter in 4 or 5 ball games. And I look for the same type of effort, the same type of comeback that we've done before.
Canes have it at their own 47-yard line. Again, it's Darby, midfield. Darby for yardage near the 45-yard line in Cedar Grove territory as he chews up another 7 or 8 yards. They put it out at the 45 in Cedar Grove territory, give him 8, make it 2nd down and 2. I'm not calling the plays, but I'd let Woodard sneak it and let him rest down, then run him again.
It's been a long time since you've called in the ball games too, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been. I'll let Coach call him. Again, this is Patton. Patton got a first down, but little more. He did get it down to about the 42. So it's another Cartersville first down as Patton makes, well, they put it at the 42. It is a first down.
I don't think we play well until we get behind. Have you noticed? We're getting a real good movement off the line of scrimmage right now.
A lot of folks paid to see the ball game. They want to give them their money's worth. Darby behind Woodard. And the give is to Darby. Darby scrambles for yardage across the 40. Goes to about the 38-yard line. Pick up a good solid 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Tim Green checks into the backfield for Cartersville. Shep replaced by Robertson. It's split in. That happens on almost every play. They go back and forth. And at this point, we have a timeout for Cedar Grove. Timeout with a score. Cedar Grove 19, Cartersville 14, 3:07 to go in the third quarter. We pause for these messages. Okay, we've got 3:07 to go. Canes at the Cedar Grove 38. Got a march underway. See if they can sustain it and get that lead back. Second down, 6 yards to go. John Cowan over the ball. Henderson flanks to the left. Robertson is to the right. Running backs are Green and Darby. The gave is to Darby. Darby's got about 4 more up the middle. He got to the 35, just inside the 35. Right at 4 yards. It's going to be third and a long 2. Actually, they put the ball, the back of the football is touching the 35. We'll call it the 35, make it third and 3. Coach, is this 4-down territory?
Not quite. Not yet. I imagine being behind, and we're going into the fourth quarter.
Whether it's fourth
here, we might go after it.
4th and a foot, you might go 4th and 4, you wouldn't. Again, Darby's got the first down as he got near the 31 before he was pushed back. Darby to the left side, and let's see where they are spotting that ball. They're going to bring in the sticks. They're going to make a measurement. I said he made it. Looked to me like they hit him and knocked him back, but
I believe he did. I think
it's still going to be awfully close. It's 4-down territory whether he made it or not. If he did make it, he made it. It's a first down, Canes, as they're down to the Cedar Grove 32. 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It's Cedar Grove 19, Cartersville 14. The state AA championship on the line at Weinman Stadium on a cold December night. Darby the only running back. The give is to Darby. Darby off tackle and just battles his way for a couple of yards. Darby got it down to the 30. 2 very tough yards, and that young man's going to be tired tonight.
He's going to have blue places on him, isn't he? But he's run like that in every ball game I've seen.
Just a
great effort.
A good, tough runner. Okay, it's Darby. Darby's got 5. Darby's to the 10. Darby's to the 5. Darby's to the 1 yard line.
Great effort.
A trap play up the middle.
Third quarter.
A trap play up the middle, and Darby breaks it big. 29 yards down to the 1 yard line. 1:28 to go. Cedar Grove 19, Cartersville 14, but the Canes are in there knocking. What a football game we've got.
Great effort.
They sprung him loose, but the quickness and speed, he would have scored against any other team this year.
Yeah, right.
And now we've got an official's timeout. Cedar Grove calls timeout, and that's 2 of their 3. Could be a factor late in the ball game. We'll hang on here with 1:14 to go in the third quarter. It's Cartersville trailing Cedar Grove 19-14, but the Canes started at their own 31, and they have marched to the Cedar Grove 1 yard line.
I think our rushing yardage has already gone over 100, and there has not been a ball club all year in 14 ball games to rush for 100 yards against Cedar Grove.
One has.
One has?
Only one. Phil Schaefer, who is director of athletics for DeKalb County, sent us a fact sheet pointing out the fact that only one team had gained 100 yards on them all season. I've got the fact sheet. I've got that information here somewhere. And
Jones County, I bet you.
It was Jones County. Jones County gained 149 yards on 43 carries. That's the only team that has rushed for 100 yards. At the 1 yard line, Woodard looks over the defense. Woodard takes to Darby. Darby cannot get in there, I don't think. He just may have gained a little bit, but that defense is tough. Let's see. They unstack them and they put it at the 1 foot line. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Cartersville trailing 19-14 as they come out of the huddle. Woodard has him up to the line of scrimmage. Woodard quarterback sneak. Did he get it in?
Surely
they
he
have
got
not
in there.
signaled yet. They signaled touchdown. Woodard sticks it in from a foot out, and it's Cartersville 20, Cedar Grove 19. Now, Coach, do we go for two?
No, we kick it.
Thank
We
you.
got one. Might not. That's the reason I'm up here, and Coach Earwood's down there.
I agree, because scoring might not be over. They are going to go for two.
Sure are.
20-19, the Canes will go for two. Woodard has them to the line of scrimmage. Darby in motion. Woodard in the back of the end zone. Good for two to Richards. He hits Robert Richards.
I know.
And his two-point conversion is good. Cartersville 22, Cedar Grove 19. 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and we'll hang on here, Coach. That's why you're here, and he's there. You said it.
That's correct.
But I would have kicked it.
I would have kicked it. But he knows what he's doing. I can tell you that.
And
right
that's
now.
why they're in the state championship
That's
game. And we're making comebacks after years away from the game. I know it's the holiday season, this being December 14th, 1991. A lot of Christmas parties on a Saturday night around, but I'll bet there are a lot of radios tuned into this ball game. And a ton of folks gonna party later, because Weinman Stadium is overflowing. Richards ready to kick off
Gotta
for the
have good
Canes.
coverage now.
Comes forward. He squibs it down the field, and it is picked up by Vernon Roberts, and he has fumbled the ball. And
We got it. We got it.
let's see who got it.
We got it.
Cartersville has the ball at the 24-yard line as Roberts fumbled it. Who gets up off the ball? Number 30. Number 30 for the Canes. Silas Ritchie. His daddy played for you.
I know he did.
His daddy played for Fred Scott, the deputy sheriff of Bartow County. That's why I got out of
He
football.
just made his dad proud right there.
Well, I
when he
get
got
mixed
that
up.
ball.
I started getting mixed up between the dads and the kids why I got out of this racket. Okay, there's Darby. Darby for short yardage, scrambles to the 22. Just a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. And folks, this is big.
Very big.
That was
right here.
probably the last play of the third quarter. Cartersville 22 and Cedar Grove 19. It's fourth quarter time in a great AA state championship football game. Two tough and talented teams. We'll be back for the fourth quarter and the state championship right after these messages. They did drive it 69 yards. Fourth quarter action.
We can get
Canes
the touchdown.
down at the 22-yard
in
line in
right
Cedar
here.
Grove territory. 2nd down and 8. Woodard to Ritchie. Ritchie to Darby. Darby to the 20. Darby to the 18.
Closes up awful fast, doesn't it? I
Well,
thought he was broken clear there.
they spotted just inside the 19. It's going to be 3rd and 5, and we got another big play. I wouldn't mind seeing the play that went for the two-point conversion here
You wouldn't.
with the same result.
With the same
Completion
result,
for
sure.
about 8 or 10 yards. Completion. 3rd down, 5 to go. Woodard takes it. Woodard to throw. Woodard fires. Got his man. First down. Tim Green. Tim
Not
Green
first down.
at the 12.
On the mark. Great catch. Number 34, Tim Green. That was super catch.
And it is now at the 12, 1st and 10 Canes. Ricky Heath checks in at tight end.
Took a lot of courage to throw that ball down there, Herschel.
Jason Chupp, some confusion with the Canes. Now Richards comes out. Thought they might go to two tights there for a minute. First down, 12-yard line. It's Darby. Darby breaks a tackle, gets inside the 10, maybe to the 9. They had him behind the line.
Yeah, that was
just
good
great effort.
Super effort.
Darby gets it to the 9-yard line, and it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for a first down, 9 yards for a touchdown. Tough going down here tight against a tough football team. Man in motion. It's Darby. Darby fights for 2, 3, got it down maybe to the 6, and they took the ball away from him. Million Williams, Cartersville has fumbled. I did not see it come loose, but Million Williams came out of there with it. I just think he went and took it out of his arms. Just grabbed it away from him. A great play, and that guy is a football player.
Yeah, no question about it.
He'll be playing for, we'll hear from him again. So Cedar Grove stops the Cartersville drive at the 7. First down, Cedar Grove, their own 7. There's the snap. And a loss. Do we have another scramble in there? A loss on the play. A loss back to the 3. I couldn't even see what happened. Looked like he.
We just had a real good,
looked like they were trying to
down there,
a great deal of penetration.
Did a super job.
Ball is back at about the 3-yard line. No time to play tentative now. 9:45 to go in the game. Cartersville 22, Cedar Grove 19. Cedar Grove at their own 3. Back to throw is Robinson. He fires in the flat. He's got a man for a first down up to the 19-yard line. They can throw it.
They do throw it.
24, the receiver, and that's the flanker, Larry Perryman. Perryman broke an 80-yard touchdown on a punt return. First down, Cedar Grove up at the 19. They'll throw it anywhere anytime. They can throw and catch. 2 wideouts to the left side. Belknap and Henderson over to defend. Now they send Richards over. Man in motion, direct snap. There is the throw, incomplete. Batted down, I think a lineman got his hand on it. Looked like number 74 for Cartersville, maybe. Chris Branton. 2nd down and 10 to go. 9:04 to go in the ball game. Cartersville 22, Cedar Grove 19. Again, they go to that wild spread. And here he comes, the quarterback's going to run it, and he's hit from behind. A nice tackle by Ricky Heath. And he gained out over the 25 to about the 27.
Very good open field tackle. Who was that, Kurt?
Ricky Heath.
Was it?
Got him at the 25-yard line. A big play. It is 3rd and 4. Big play for the Cane defense. Again, the spread. And he might run it again.
We got one coverage over there, and there's 2 offensive people. See them?
Yep. There is the throw. They go to the big guy. He's got it at the 45. Breaks a tackle to midfield. And he fumbles the ball. And let's see who got it. Cedar Grove has got it. I believe Cedar Grove recovers at the Cartersville 49. They do. I mean, that is a house. It's a first down, and Cedar Grove maintains the drive. Another big play, another pass to Million Williams. And he's caught about 1 million tonight. I don't know what his parents knew when they named him, but they figured they had money in the bank with this guy.
They have up to this point.
He is something. Again, the wide spread, the shotgun. Robertson back. Robertson with good protection. Robertson is now, he gets away from 2-3 players. He's at midfield and he is stopped for a 2-yard gain. But Cartersville had 2 or 3. Branton was back there. 33 for the Canes. Kevin Henderson was back there. 71 for Cartersville. Malden was back there, and they all had a shot at him and all had their hands on him. It is 2nd and 8. Even when you play it well, these guys are great athletes. Cedar Grove just loaded with tremendous athletic ability. There's the direct snap.
Throw the flag.
And now he's running. He fires, incomplete.
Had movement. The offensive tackle moved along this side.
Well, they got a flag.
Yeah.
Got a flag. Incomplete pass. I don't know if I'd take 5 yards. Coach, would you take the 5 yards?
Get them as far back away from that goal line as I can get.
You can.
Yes, sir.
Give them. They scare you to death with every snap. Illegal procedure against Cedar Grove. Cartersville gets the option. 7:12 to play. Cartersville leads 22-19. Illegal procedure against Cedar Grove, and they're going to mark it off. So it will now become 2nd down and about 13. 2nd and 13. Okay, they got a couple of receivers out here.
On the other side over there. One defensive
back to throw. He fires, incomplete, intended for Million Williams. And now a couple of the players exchange words. Million Williams really hit one of the Cartersville men, and Adrian Harris comes up and says, "Fella, I'm more your size." It'll be no penalty on the play, so it'll be 3rd down. Well, now they flip it over. It is 3rd down and 13.
You got to have a big play right here now.
A big play and then a poor punt.
Yep.
3rd down. This time Robinson goes under center. On 3rd and 13. Pitch back to Roberts. He's going to try to throw it. Now he's going to run it. He's being hemmed in and thrown at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Harris and Ramon George. And number 74 for the Canes also out there, Chris Branton. So it'll be 4th and long, 4th and about 12. Comer is on the field. What do we got? They got a call against Cartersville?
No, almost a call.
What was that all about? Taunting or?
Just a little, yeah.
Okay.
Watch the punt. Watch the fake punt now.
Well, the Canes have nobody back. Cartersville takes timeout. Timeout on the field with a score. Cartersville 22, Cedar Grove 19, 6.5 minutes to play. We'll be back after these messages. Well, they have got nobody back on pass defense. They better hold them up at the line of scrimmage.
Could be a fake. I don't know. Yeah.
Get away from it. Get away from it.
Stop ball.
Get away from it.
Okay. Now.
I'm not supposed to be coaching. When I'm supposed to be calling the ball game. I'm telling them to get away from it. Is this exciting
We're
or
6
what?
minutes away from being state champions. If we can hang on here and keep this ball.
Well, Fred, what the heck? The school just celebrated its, what was it? A few years ago they had their 100th anniversary.
Right.
High school.
100 years. That's.
So it's due. We're
I
due.
would say this was a momentous occasion.
I didn't go to high school here, but I'll tell you what, the Canes have a great tradition. Woodard under center. Woodard to Darby. Darby fights for short yardage, gets a couple. From the 31, got it out to about the 33. 5:58. 5:57. The clock is crawling. We don't need a delay. We need a first down or two. Cartersville 22 and Cedar Grove 19. Woodard under center. Woodard gives to Darby. Darby breaks a tackle, gets to the 40, and he's just short of the first down.
Running right up in there with the linebacker backed off of it.
So he is just short of the first down. It will be third down and less than a yard.
They call him a good football game.
They're going to measure. They're going to bring in the sticks, but if those lines are straight, he's short.
Yeah. I think he's a little short. He's about the length of the ball.
I don't care about a measurement here. I'd rather the clock run.
Me too.
I believe even after a measurement, when they stop the clock, you still got 25 seconds from the time he marks it ready to play. So. Oh yeah, he's a couple of feet short. A big play for the Canes. 5:28 to go in the ball game. It's 22-19 Cartersville over Cedar Grove, and Cartersville has third down and less than a yard. I'd almost let the quarterback sneak go on this one for 2 feet. They really shoot those gaps. Okay, they're just now winding the clock up. It's Darby. Darby first down and more to the 45. And he's covering that ball with both hands.
Covering the ball real well now.
Cartersville gets another first down to the 45-yard line. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain to be played. Number 75 defensively comes in, and that's Kane Walker, 6'4", 305 on defense.
Get it up there.
Cartersville still in the huddle as we go under 5 minutes. Robertson wide left. The give is to Darby. Who else? Darby fights for a little yardage. He crosses up to about the 48. Give him about 3 yards. A solid 3. 2nd and 7. The clock keeps crawling. 4 minutes and 38 seconds. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Canes have 2nd down and 7 from their own 48-yard line.
We're going to have to pull it out and keep it.
Cartersville
Direct or something.
22, Cedar Grove 19. Getting late in the 4th quarter. A super football game before a huge crowd at Weinman Stadium for the state championship. Woodard takes. Woodard to Darby. Darby first down and more. The 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15. He is down at the 6-yard line as Perryman caught him from behind. Perryman caught him at the 6-yard line from behind. 3 minutes and 55 seconds left. Cartersville, with the scent of a state championship in their nostrils, is at the 6-yard line. Darby breaking tackles, bursting loose, fighting for that goal line. The ball is at the 6. First and goal. Officials tell the band to be quiet so they can hear signals. Good idea. We got the ball.
That's right.
Canes up to the line of scrimmage. The clock is running at 3:34. Woodard to Darby. Darby fights inside the 5. Got to about the 3. 3:21. And counting. Cartersville a little over 3 minutes away from a state championship if they can keep going.
We can put it in right here. We're 4 yards away from it. We can put it in right here. We'll put the first nail in the coffin.
Cartersville 22, Cedar Grove 19. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remain as Cartersville comes to the line of scrimmage. Second and goal at the 3. The give is to Darby. Darby fights for the goal line.
He's in there. He's in there.
Darby is in. Cartersville scores. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remain in the ball game. Cartersville 28, Cedar Grove 19. The Canes have driven the football. The Canes have come back with class. The Canes are 2 minutes and 39 seconds away from their first ever football championship. Across the way, Cedar Grove fans are stunned. Rutland to kick. Ball on the tee. Kick is up. Kick is wide left. He missed it. We'll accept that. Cartersville 28. Cedar Grove 19. 2 minutes and 39 seconds to play. It ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over.
And we'll be back with the final 2:39 after these messages. Getting set for the climax to the 1991 State AA Championship football game. Cartersville 28, Cedar Grove 19.
Won't cross on there.
Here is the kick. And it's finally Roberts just falls under to the 24. Cedar Grove had confusion. Well, only 1 second went off the clock. He just fell on the ball.
They've used 2 of their 3 timeouts, right?
That is correct. They have used 2 timeouts, and I do think they might throw it. You think so, Coach?
I think you can count on it.
I'd sort of expect them. They might throw off of a reverse after a throw. Okay. Here they go with the first one, and he is level. Number 3 for the Canes, Derek Richards, separates Perryman from the football, and Perryman is slow to get up. A good, clean hit, but a good hit.
Very nice hit.
The incompleted pass stopped the clock anyway.
Right.
Anyway, Perryman is still down, but we're going to hold on here. I don't think, the Cartersville fans need to get back in the stands. They're already filing down on the track, and the PA system officials here trying to get them back in the stands. 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Cartersville leads Cedar Grove 28-19. And it's very fortunate. I'd planned to go dancing after this ball game anyway, Coach Scott.
That's good. That's good, Herschel.
Hope I can find
I might
some.
get down on the track and dance a little bit.
I'll tell you what, there'll be a lot of dancing at Weinman Stadium tonight. Cannot say enough for Coach Mike Earwood and his coaches and the program they have instituted here. When Coach Earwood took over 6 years ago, Cartersville was lucky to have 25 players on the varsity team. Today, they've got upwards of 60, 70 youngsters participating in the football program, and they carry I think 48 on the varsity. So Perryman,
we've got a lot of good things to come following next year. I don't know what kind of encore we can do after this season, but there's some good football to be seen here.
There's some great memories.
Yeah. Well,
and this is a memorable season.
That's for sure.
One thing that Coach said he felt gave Cartersville might be an advantage is Cartersville has been in tough games throughout the playoffs, but also had a couple of I don't know what the announcement was on the PA. They got the crowd reaction, but Cartersville's been in close games during the regular season also. They've played under pressure.
Right. I think that's been the advantage, or the difference in the ball game.
And Cedar Grove has been beating people 35-0 and 50-7. And last week was the only time they'd been behind all season, and they had very few close ball games.
Right.
So Perryman is still down, and we certainly hope the youngster is not seriously injured. They're asking the officials if now they got him up. He just had his bell rung, and pretty good, because I'm going to tell you that Derek Richards put a big-time hit on him. Perryman had his hands on the ball, was juggling it. I don't know that he would have held it anyway, but Richards left no doubt.
Yeah, that was a good tackle. Just a plain
And Perryman still having a tough time getting off the field. They've got him up now, and cannot resume play. He's still 18 yards from the sideline. Now they're walking him off. May take a while to play this 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Because again, Cedar Grove is in that big spread. They are all over the field. Cedar Grove, a big, talented team.
No.
Okay, Robertson back in the shotgun, out of the spread. He takes the snap. And now he's being hit, and he's down at the 19-yard line.
Now we're getting to it.
Ramon George and Kevin Henderson. Adrian Harris was also back there. A loss on the play, and it's going to be third and about 14.
Just went under 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes to play. The good thing about the sack is it keeps the clock going. 3 wideouts this time, and they just throw the ball down in the ground. Incomplete pass. That looked like a trick play I saw a long time ago Cartersville pull.
Wasn't in the 60s, was it?
Might have been. And I told you it wouldn't work.
You told me a lot of things that wouldn't work after they didn't work.
After they didn't work. Well, I'm not clairvoyant. Okay, it's 4th down, and this play could wrap it up. Again, Robinson to throw. Robinson fires. Incomplete. Incomplete. And Cartersville takes over first down at the Cedar Grove 20.
The fat lady has just sung.
The fat lady is singing. They've got 1 timeout left. Then we're going to fall on it 3 times and go celebrate Cartersville's first ever state championship. Cartersville 28, Cedar Grove 19. Tim Green coming off, he's shaken up. May have been hit by his teammates.
Probably was.
Cartersville first down at the Cedar Grove 20. Nothing to do but celebrate now, folks. 1:42 to play. Woodard takes it back, kneels to one knee. And let's see if Cedartown is even going to waste their remaining timeout. The clock is running. Cedar Grove making no move to stop it. And the crowds can start counting it off very soon. 1:20. I imagine the Canes will just take a delay of game penalty. a minute 13, a minute 12. Cartersville is not even going to come out of the huddle. And the chant starts, we're number one.
No question about it.
The greatest moment, I think I won't be contradicted, in Cartersville High School's athletic history.
No question about it.
They won a girls' state basketball championship, 63, 64 sometime, but never a football championship. And they have done it with grit and guts and pluck, and they have really stood in there and battled. And they have come from behind here once again tonight, time after time this season. Woodard again kneels as we're under a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, LaShawn Darby, who has set a new record tonight for the most carries for Cartersville High School back. With 38 carries in the game. LaShawn carried 41 times tonight for 213 yards.
How much?
13 yards.
How much?
213 yards.
213 for Darby.
41 times
41 times,
for 213.
213 yards for Darby. And the young man's probably got to go dance with his girlfriend tonight to celebrate. And I'll bet he can.
I bet he can too.
And if he can, I could. We all going to celebrate. And I think they've already Gatorade the coach. Again, a 5-yard mark off a delay of game, and that will do it. One more snap, and it's over. Cartersville taking the maximum, just letting the clock run off the, let the time run off the clock on every play. Woodard will take the snap. He does. He kneels. Cedar Grove cannot stop the clock.
There it is,
We
baby.
go under 10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the final score. The state champion Cartersville Purple Hurricanes 28. The Cedar Grove Saints 19. It's all over. There's a mob scene at Weinman Stadium as the fans pour out of the stands onto the field. Cartersville 28, Cedar Grove 19. Back with some final comments in a moment. Okay, Coach, we're going to wrap it up here. You got any comments on...
I got something to say about this.
I ain't got any superlatives left.
I've seen and observed and been a part of football for a long time. And I don't think I've ever seen a more dedicated effort on the part of the young people who participated in this football program this year. Not only the football players, but the band, the cheerleaders. Can't say enough about the coaching staff. They've had the support of the administration. The fans have been great. I don't know what else to say except it's just been great. I'm just real proud that I've been able to see it and be a part of this right here tonight. It's great.
Fred, thank you for being with us tonight on the telecast. And there's just nothing else to say except we're number one.
We're number one. Thank you for asking me, Herschel. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Fred Scott, former head coach at Cartersville, doing our color commentary. That's it from the TV booth. The Cartersville Purple Hurricanes, 1991 State AA football champions. We wish you all a very pleasant good evening, and it's going to be a happy holiday.
curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world, the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. We are the champions, my friends. We'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world, the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Oh, we are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers.
Welcome to the Purple Hurricanes State Championship Parade, everyone. I'm Seth Hopkins alongside the voice of the Hurricanes, Charlie Langford, and should be a real festive occasion tonight. We've already got a few hundred fans stretched out here on Main Street to celebrate the Hurricanes' big win.
Oh, it sure should, Seth. I tell you, the town has gone crazy over this victory and this championship, and I think we'll have a lot of folks here by the time the parade starts. So it'll be a great crowd.
All right, we're going to be seeing the cheerleaders and the band and, of course, all the players. And Charlie's going to be running out in the street for us a little bit here and try and talk to some of the players, especially the ones who had a key to this great season.
That's right. We'll try to get as many interviews as we can with the key players and see what they've got to say and what their feelings are on the championship.
And, of course, also we'll hopefully be talking to at least a couple members of the coaching staff, including Coach Mike Earwood, who engineered this fantastic year. 14-1, the Hurricanes winning the state championship. 28-19 over Cedar Grove, and what a great game that one was.
Tremendous football game. We all saw the replay last night on Cablevision Channel 4, and you get the same thrills all over again. It's just it's like you're going through it again, and we had a great time watching it last night, and I know everybody that saw it had the same feelings.
Well, it's been a pretty good year for sports between the Braves and the Falcons doing well, and now the Canes. It's a big story.
Well, for me, it started out with Georgia Tech winning the national championship and kind of went on from there, and everything is really gone well as far as the sports world around this area.
And I know everybody's been talking about this for the last several weeks. It's really been something that's taken this town by storm, hasn't it?
It really has. I think, especially through the playoffs, you saw each game they got a little bit more involved, the crowd did, and finally Saturday night was the most electric atmosphere I've seen in Weinman Stadium in 9 years I've lived here. It was just, the stands were full by 6:15, and the crowd was going crazy, and it was just electric. I mean, the feeling was just tremendous. You could cut it with a knife.
All righty. We'll be back with the start of today's championship parade. The Hurricane players, the band, the cheerleaders, the coaching staff, everybody associated with the program, and even some of the boosters will be out here in the parade tonight, and we'll have it all for you. Charlie Langford and Seth Hopkins here on Main Street. Stay tuned. We'll be back with the start of the parade right after this. All right, welcome everyone. We've just started the Cartersville Purple Hurricane Football Championship Parade. We've had the city police car go by, clearing the way for the traffic, and not far behind them we'll be seeing the players and some of the other units taking part in this parade, the cheerleaders, and I can see a big championship banner a little bit further down the field. And Charlie Langford is out there. He'll be grabbing some of the players and some of the coaching staff as they come by and interviewing them as we go along. Right now they're trying to get this one car out of the middle of the road so the rest of the parade can get through. I don't think whoever it was knew that they're getting in the middle of this mess. And finally they're going to go ahead and get them out of the way. And we're ready to get things started. City police car leading the banner down Main Street as we've got a big celebration here in honor of the Purple Hurricane State Championship football, the first ever in the history of Cartersville High School. They won it 28-19 over Cedar Grove on the 14th of December. One of the biggest events in the history of sports in Bartow County. And leading the way, we've got the cheerleaders and the banner signifying Cartersville High School Purple Hurricanes, the 1991 state champions for AA. And they're getting a round of applause from some of the fans here along the side, as we've probably got a good 100, 150 people right here with us in front of City Tire where we're broadcasting from. And there's some of the cheerleaders supporting the banner. And right behind them, we've got some members of the City Council, Mayor Alex Dent, Councilman Jack Clark, Councilman E.J. Dean, members of the City Council in support of the Purple Hurricanes. And we've got Commissioner Clarence Brown, Bartow County Commissioner, also taking part in the festivities. And all these convertibles out here riding our dignitaries, and we'll also be having the players in convertibles coming along not too far behind them. There's State Senator Nathan Dean and Boyd Pettit, the state representative, followed by the Cartersville High School Marching Band. And the Majorette, Flag Corps, and all the members of the Cartersville High Marching Band that we saw throughout the season during halftime of our football games. And hopefully they'll be pausing up here in a moment and let us hear some of their fine musical selections. Real festive atmosphere here along Main Street. As we said, we've got a lot of people out here in support of the Hurricanes. And the fine Cartersville High School Band and the middle school band following them up. And now we're starting to see some of the boosters and some of the administration from the high school. There's high school principal Bibby Morgan and Ed Vosberg, one of the assistant principals, riding with some of the boosters. And what a fine looking Mustang convertible that one is. And then there's Charles Floyd and Faye Floyd. Charles, the president of the Cartersville Booster Club, and he helped organize all the events last week surrounding the championship game. Some more of the cheerleaders coming. And the fans whooping it up for the Hurricanes. Still feeling that hurricane fever from the championship week. Cheerleaders all riding on the tops of Jeeps. And of course all the car dealerships in town, we'd like to thank all of them that helped put on this parade by providing vehicles for us. All the car dealerships around town helping out to provide convertibles and Jeeps and other types of things to ride the players in. And next we've got, you can of course hear the City Fire Department and City Police Department representatives. And making a lot of noise as the fire department truck coming through. And we're starting to see the first of some of the players coming through behind the fire truck. And of course Charlie Langford standing by, and he'll be grabbing some of the players as they come by. And first in line of course is Coach Mike Yearwood with his wife and his kids, and Charlie Langford's going to try and get in there for an interview.
Move down a little bit further. Here we are with Coach Mike Yearwood. Coach, this has got to be a tremendous thrill for you.
This is a tremendous thrill, Charlie. It doesn't get any better than this, a parade. And small town, high school football. It doesn't get any better.
That's what America's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And this is his wife, Susan, his daughter, Leah, and his son, Jason, number 15. Thank you, Coach, for stopping by.
All righty, Coach Mike Earwood and his family, architects of this year's state championship season. They're followed by some of the other members of the coaching staff. There's Coach Glenn Griffin, and Coach Ramsey. And Charlie Langford's got a couple other members of the staff we want to talk to.
Here we are with Coach Hal Lamb, the offensive coordinator, and this is Trey Lamb. You can hardly see him in here, but he's really in there. I promise you he is. Coach, you made some great calls this year from up here in the booth. I know it's got to be a big thrill. 10 years ago, you played on the state championship game.
Right. I hope it happens more often than 10 years from here on out.
That's right. We want it a little bit more often every decade. This is his wife, Kim, and as we said, Trey Lamb, right in here somewhere in between all that clothing. Thank you, Coach.
All right, and there you see some of the family there, the coaches all wrapped up and ready for it. And the rest of the coaching staff going on by our broadcast position here on Main Street at City Tire. And we're starting to see the first load of players coming here behind the last of the coaching staff, and leading the way Raymond George and Chris Pavlo. Raymond, one of the linebackers, and Chris Pavlo, the punter. And Coach Charlie Langford is going to try and catch up with them.
And here we are. We've got number 53, Raymond George, and number 23, Chris Pavlo. Ray, what kind of feeling is this for you?
Just a feeling of excitement and something that I've been wanting ever since I've been in high school, and I'm just glad that we got it this year.
Well, Chris, you did a great job punting this year. You pinned them down inside the 10 at least 7 or 8 times. We're mighty proud of you. Congratulations, guys.
All right, the first of the players to come by our location, and they get a big cheer along with Dr. Harold Barnett. He's up next, the superintendent of the city school system, and Glenda Parker of the school board riding along with him. And we've got some more of the players coming by. A couple of the big linemen out there. Get a hold of them, Charlie.
Okay, we've got with us now number 71, one of the 5 co-captains, John Malden, and we've got number 65, Fane Cochran. John, what was that feeling like Saturday morning or Sunday morning when you woke up this week?
I tell you, after I got over the soreness, it was a great feeling. It's one that I'll never probably feel again. So it's a great feeling.
Well, it was a real tough physical game. I know you were sore, but that adrenaline must have still been pumping, and that'll do a lot to cure that soreness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It sure will.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks.
Also riding along with John Malden there is Fane Cochran. And up next, anybody who's watched any Cartersville football this year knows who this next guy is, number 21.
And here we go, on the carry, number 21, LaShawn Darby. Oh. LaShawn, what a great night the other night. 41 carries and 213 yards. What a tremendous effort.
It's just all cause of mine. I just praise the line for helping me do everything this year. Get my goal 1,000 yards. I just can't say enough about the offensive line.
And this is Chris Brandt, who was part of that offensive line, also a mainstay on defense, the nose guard. Chris, has got to be a tremendous thrill for you.
Yeah, it's just real happy that we won, and we just came together as a team and did everything that we needed to do to win.
It was a great team effort. Congratulations, guys.
All right, thank you, Charlie. LaShawn Darby and Chris Branton getting a big cheer from the fans gathered around our broadcast location. And up next, the manager, known as Edgar, and he's also getting a pretty big hand. Getting a big hand also. He put on a big dance display for us at the pep rally, and it really got the fans excited. Got a couple of the defensive backs here. Go ahead and get those guys, Charlie.
Okay, now we've got with us number 3, Derek Richards, and number 1, Devin Henderson. Derek, you put a tremendous hit on that guy the other night, well, 2 times, in fact. That had to be a great feeling for you. I know you've been looking for that kind of hit all night long.
Yes, I just wanted to leave Cartersville with a couple of good hits, and that's what I did, and I'm just grateful that it happened like that.
2 good hits in the state championship, and Devin, you were a great part of this team all year long, and know it had to be a great thrill for you too.
Yes, I'm just glad we got to do it as a team thing, you know, no individuals on the team.
That's right, and that's what made it great. Thanks, guys, for stopping by.
All right, Devin Henderson and Derek Richards, 2 of the defensive backs, and fine players on this team. We've also got the kicker, Rhett Rutland, coming up here, along with Adrian Harris, one of the offensive linemen. And okay, take it away, Charlie.
Golden toe, number 10, Rhett Rutland, the automatic guy from the 3-point and the 1-point standpoint. And we've got number 50, Adrian Harris, who was a big defensive player. Adrian, being one of the 5 captains this year, it had to be a tremendous thrill for you.
Yes, sir, it was. It was just
it's just, you can't explain it. It was just great. I don't know.
Now, Adrian, when you were on the show, I told you don't ever say just yes, sir, and stop talking. You got to keep talking to me. Rhett, I know it had to be a big thrill, especially that field goal at Pepperell that you hit and knocked through, and that had as much to do with winning that game as anything.
Yes, sir. That's probably my favorite point of the whole year was the Pepperell game and the 4 games right there near the end of the season.
Well, great season, guys, and we appreciate you stopping by.
All righty, Charlie, we're getting to interview a few more of these guys because we've got a train down there holding us up some, so they're able to get more of the players than we thought we were going to be able to get to, and that just lets you fans hear from more of them. And up next, we got Tarek Patton, one of the backers. And
okay, we've got with us now number 8, Tarek Patton, and number 88, Jason Chupp. Tarek, of course, was one of the running backs, had a great season, and Jason had a tremendous catch against Leavitt. That had to be a big thrill for you.
Yes, sir, it sure did. It was, there's nothing I ever experienced in my life before.
And Tarek, the other night you were running up against some mighty good defensive players, and they were mighty quick and big too. What was it like running into those guys?
It was rough, but they killed me. They hit me pretty good the other night.
Well, you kept coming back, and we're mighty proud of you. You had a great year.
All right, thank you, Charlie. There's Jason Chupp and Tarek Patton, 2 of the ball players who saw a lot of playing time on offense and really made the Canes go throughout the season. And we've got a couple of cars riding in style here, a couple of players really riding in style, Charlie.
You ready? Okay, now we've got number 11, Mike Robertson, and we've got number 32, Joe Crane. Mike, you had a tremendous catch in one of the playoff games. What was that, Green Toller, that you caught that big pass wide open?
Yes, sir.
And you had another big catch against Pepperell, too, that won that ball game. Those had to be probably 2 of the biggest thrills this year, weren't they?
Yeah, they was both same route, so just try to get open.
Well, you did, and you caught that ball, and when it counted, and that was a big part of our season. Joe, you had a big part in this, too. We appreciate y'all stopping by to see us.
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. And we've got some more people riding in style right behind them, and some of the super supporters of this football team. All the people surrounding the program and helped participate and make this team what it was. Some of the managers, some of the supporters. And Charlie Langford's going to talk with one of those right now.
All right, now we've got the most valuable player from the Franklin County game. This was the team doctor. He pulled about 8 of them off his sick bed that week and got them back. This is Dr. John Cowan. John, this has got to be a big thrill for you being a former player.
I tell you what, after watching Cartersville football for over 40 years, this is fabulous, and it just couldn't happen to a greater bunch of kids. You could see it at the first of the year, motivated, dedicated, and just wouldn't quit, and they never quit, and they came out with a big dance with the win. It's just marvelous, just fantastic.
It's great for the community, and they've really turned out for this parade. Thanks for stopping by.
And a couple of cars behind that. We'll be talking to his son in a moment here. And so we see Shane McPherson goes by. And now Charlie's going to talk with John Cowan.
Okay, now we've got the starting center, and we've got the son of Dr. John Cowan. This is Johnny Cowan, number 59 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Johnny, you had a great game the other night. You were playing against one of the toughest nose guards I've ever seen.
Thank you. It was a great game, great team effort. That's the way the whole year's gone. I'm just glad to be a part of it.
Well, we're happy you're a part of it. You did a great job for us this year. Thank you so much.
One of the other Cowan boys riding right behind them in style. Daniel Cowan following up behind his brother. Also in that car with him is Chris West. And Charlie's going to talk to Daniel for a second.
Okay, now we've got 2 of the brothers. We've got Ben Malden here, number 88, and we've got Daniel Cowan. They both had brothers that were seniors this year. Well, one of them's a junior. And stand up so we can see you. Can't see you behind that. But I know it's had to be a thrill for y'all to be part of this championship team with your brothers on it, too.
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir, it was.
Well, thank y'all for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Ben Malden and Daniel Cowan there, as Charlie said. Just one of the brother duos in there. And up next, we got Lee Belknap, and we got Ricky Heath, one of the linebackers in there. Charlie's going to grab them for a second also. As we said, the train's letting us get a few more of these guys.
Okay. Now we've got number 5, Lee Belknap, and number 91, Ricky Heath. You guys did a great job. You're both juniors. You're going to be back another year. Does this kind of give you an inspiration to come back next year and do it again?
Oh, yes, sir. We're already thinking repeat, and we're going to work hard again this year.
Well, you know what it takes now, Ricky, to do it. And I know that y'all, you're ready to go to Georgia Southwestern right now, aren't you?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Okay. Thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate it.
All right, a couple of the big players right there, Lee Belknap and Ricky Heath. some of the other supporters of the Canes. And coming up next, the man who made it go on offense, John Woodard rather. He also played a lot on defense. And Charlie's going to talk with the quarterback, who's getting a good round of applause.
All right, now we've got with us number 9, the quarterback, John Woodard, that had such a great playoff series and a great season altogether. John, what a tremendous thrill. You were here 2 years ago when we went all the way to the semifinals.
Yes, I was here when we went to the semifinals 2 years ago, but we really didn't have, I don't think we had a team concept that we had this year. And in '89 we didn't make it, but getting there in '89 really showed me what we had to do and what it took to get to a championship. And now that we won it, I feel just great. We had great coaches, and the community was behind us all the way, and getting there and winning it was just a thrill for me.
Well, that's a thrill for the whole town, and we appreciate you had a great year. Thanks.
All righty, quarterback John Woodard. Right behind him, we've got Vincent Curtis, one of the reserve linebackers, and we've also got Robert Richards, a tight end.
Okay, now we've got number 25, Robert Richards, one of the mainstays on the defense and also a tight end. Robert, you had a tremendous catch against, what was that, Green Tolliver? You caught that, what was that route?
Well, it was a 959 waggle look wide, and I just found an open spot in the zone, and John threw it up, and I went up and got it. Great pass, great catch.
6 points that sealed the victory for us, didn't it?
Yes, sir. That's all I want to do is win, no matter what.
Well, y'all had a great year. Thanks a lot.
Robert Richards, one of those players that contributed both ways, played both linebacker and tight end. Right behind them, Tim Green and Chris Roberts. Tim Green had an injury and came back to play, and was really an emotional story.
Okay, now we've got with us number 34, Tim Green, and also number 2, Chris Roberts. Tim, you had an injured ankle in the Lafayette game, and we thought you were gone for the season, but you came on back and played a big part in that win the other night.
I was just glad to be able to come back and do my part for the team, help them out to come back to be the state champs.
Well, you actually played some running back the other night, and that was one of the first times you'd really been in big game action as a running back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it surprised me more than it surprised anybody else, though, because I even got to run it one time, and I didn't know what to think about that.
And you had a mighty big catch, too, and we're mighty proud of you. Proud of Chris, too. Y'all did a great job this year.
All right, Tim Green and Chris Roberts, two of the most emotional players on this ball club. Right behind him, we've got Rico Wiggins and William Jones, a couple of the younger players that we'll hopefully be hearing from the next couple of years. And we've got Kevin Henderson, number 33, going by, one of the running backs. We've also got number 12 out there, and one of the managers, and a couple of the ball boys. John Fryer going by. Chris Vaughn and Jody Ray going by our broadcast position. There's Daniel Morris, one of the reserve tight ends and linebackers, and he saw a lot of playing time this year. Charlie?
Okay, we've got a couple of sophomores with us now. We've got number 90, Daniel Morris, and number 60, Josh Fryer, and both of y'all had a big part. Josh.
That's HJ.
See that? Oh, HJ, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong number. HJ Ramey Jr., I'm sorry. Daniel, you had a big part in these kicking teams this year, and you even started one of the games. How'd you feel about that?
I was really excited about starting the game, and I felt like, I was doing my part on the special team, trying to do the best I could.
Well, you had some big hits on those kickoffs the other night. You knocked that ball loose one time, I believe, didn't you?
Yes, sir. It made me feel good.
Knocked it loose, and Silas got it for you, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
There's a couple of guys that are the future of your Canes football program, and hopefully this won't be the last state championship parade for them. Some of the other guys going by that we want to pick up for you, Michael Ferguson and Brian McDonald going by. There's number 80 is Chris West. Number 6 is Philip Thomas. And Eric Johnson. Also going by our location. Number 73 is Matt Eckendahl. Number 62 is Paxton Robinson. And number 43 is Eli Carson. And the future of your Canes football team right there. We've also got the bus that helped ferry the Canes all around. Cartersville School Board and supporters in support of the Hurricanes, and that'll wrap it up as the police car comes on by, and that's the final unit in our championship parade. And we're going to wrap it up from here shortly, and I get Charlie Langford to come back over here, and he and I will wrap it up from the parade location. Charlie, it was a pretty good parade. We got to talk to quite a few players. That train down there threw a great block for us. It just blocked the parade and let us talk to a lot more players than we thought we were going to be able to.
It really did. It's almost if we planned it that way because it stopped us just in time and we got to interview a lot of kids, and I thought we got real good interviews from most of them. They're really articulate young men and really a tribute to the community and tribute to the high school.
We also got a chance to talk to some of the younger kids that didn't play a whole lot. They got in there in some crucial situations, did a good job, but that's really the future of this program, some of those last few kids that we talked to.
Exactly right. People like Daniel Morris and H.J. Ramey and those kind of folks are going to be the future, and Tim Green and those people. And we'll hear a lot more from them, and maybe one day in a couple of years, those sophomores will be riding down here in a parade in the front of it as seniors winning a state championship too.
Well, that's what I was just saying before you came over here. I hope it's not the last state championship parade this town sees for a while, that's for sure.
Well, I hope so too. This has been too much fun to quit now. You know, I think once you get it going and once you have this much fun doing it, you might as well just do it again.
All right, well, Charlie, it's been a great season. You've done a great job on the Hurricane Highlights Show and coming by every week and getting us pumped up for the game coming up the next week. We appreciate all your help and appreciate your help tonight on the parade.
Well, Seth, thank you. We appreciate the great job y'all do for us on WBHF and covering the games, and it's been a fun season for everybody.
It certainly has, and as we say, we hope it won't be the last state championship parade that we'll be bringing to you. Maybe we can get together next year and do this thing again. For now, though, for Charlie Langford, I'm Seth Hopkins and all the Channel 4 production team. Thank you for joining us for this state championship parade, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. It's been a season to remember for the Purple Hurricanes. It all began in preseason with a lot of hard work on the practice field. In the beginning, Coach Mike Yearwood was cautiously optimistic.
We'll play probably 5 or 6 games in this region that will be a toss-up, and you have to have things go your way a little bit. It can come down to a penalty in a critical situation, a drop pass, critical situation, or a missed defensive assignment. So a lot of things have to go your way, but you hopefully you can call that luck, but I think as the old saying goes, luck is when preparation meets opportunity, so that's the approach we're taking.
Early wins over West Rome, 14-0, and Southeast Whitfield, 30-14, showed that the Canes were a good football team. But a 14-12 loss at the hands of East Rome also showed that they could be beaten this year. That set up a big cross-county showdown in Adairsville, with the Tigers sporting a 2-0 record. But it was the Canes rising to the occasion in this one, scoring on short touchdown runs by LaShawn Darby, Kevin Henderson, and LaShawn Darby for a second time, as Cartersville began what would become a 12-game winning streak with a 20-14 win over Adairsville. Up next was Lovett at Weinman Stadium, a team that had beaten the Canes in 1990, and this year's team had revenge on their mind. By season's end, the Canes had beaten all of the teams they'd lost to the year before. Double wing set. Henderson again in motion. Fake to Darby. Woodard's got running room across the 45, 50. Down to the opposite 40. He's got breaks the tackle. He's going to go all the way if he can outrun one man, and he does. He dives in the end zone. Touchdown for Cartersville. All right, so 3rd down and 16. Lone setback is Darby. Woodard rolling. He's got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Cartersville. John Woodard hit Jason Chupp on the sideline pattern, and he's in for the touchdown. Woodard under center, fakes the give, gonna keep. Now he pitches to Henderson. Henderson jitters once, twice, breaks it across the 20, 15, 10. He's gonna score. Kevin Henderson with a great move at the line of scrimmage, cut through and got in open territory and broke it across the right side for a 20-yard touchdown run. Final score in this one, Canes 27, Lovett 20. In week number 6, the Canes went into Rockmart and grounded the Yellow Jacket attack 28-8, upping their record to 5-1, but more importantly, posting their first sub-region win of the season. At home the next week, the Canes put on their biggest offensive show of the year against Arlington.
once again at the 16-yard line. Patton comes in motion. Wide receivers both sides of the field. They give to Patton as he comes in motion. He's across the 10, the 5, touchdown. Tarek Patton takes it in. Patton, touchdown, Cartersville from the 17. Another play, another first down play for the Canes. Give to Patton on the counter across the 15 to 10. He could go all the way. He will. Touchdown. Got in there behind a couple of blockers and was able to get in for the touchdown. Throwing the big block at the end was Shane McPherson, the big offensive lineman, got out in front and just convoyed Patton into the end zone on the counter. Now on the rollout, looking in the end zone for Richards. Richards, touchdown catch. Robert Richards with a touchdown catch from John Woodard. A 18-yard touchdown. Belknap under center. He's got a double wing set. Green, the man in motion. And they give up the middle of Henderson. Henderson across the 20 to 5. Touchdown. Kevin Henderson. 4th and 1.
On what happens for Cartersville.
Roberts with the carry again. This time he gets across the 25 to 20, the 15 to 10. He's going to be in. Touchdown. Another touchdown for Cartersville. Chris Roberts ran it in from the 20.
Final score in this one, Canes 51. Darlington 9. That set the stage for the game everyone had been waiting for, Cartersville and Pepperell. The Dragons were the defending state champions, ranked number 1 in the state, and sporting the state's second longest winning streak. In all likelihood, this would be the sub-region championship game. At the half, the Canes trailed 7-0, but a Ricky Heath interception turned the momentum in favor of Cartersville. The Canes then tied the game on a LaShawn Darby touchdown run. A John Malden fumble recovery and touchdown return put the Canes on top 13-7. A Rutland field goal upped the score to 16-7, but the Dragons pulled it within 1 after a touchdown pass and a 2-point conversion. A 53-yard touchdown pass from John Woodard to wide open Mike Robertson gave the Canes some breathing room. And the defense rose to this task, stopping the Dragons' final drive short of the goal line, giving the Canes the win 22-15. Cartersville then added impressive wins over Coosa, 30-14 during homecoming weekend, and a 24-0 win on senior night against Model, as they sailed into the playoffs with a 9-1 record. A 7-3 win over Lafayette gave the Canes the region title and propelled them into the state playoffs against Franklin County. With home field advantage assured throughout the state playoffs, the Canes began by hosting Franklin County in round 1. As would be the case in each game, the Canes fell behind, this time 3-0 on a 25-yard field goal. But a touchdown pass to LaShawn Darby gave the Canes a 6-3 lead. After a fumble recovery, Kevin Henderson added another score, but the Lions fought back, scoring on a long touchdown pass to make it 12-10. Then LaShawn Darby added the winning score. The Lions would pull within 2 points in the fourth quarter, but when the Canes got the ball back with 9:05 left on the clock, they ran it out for a 19-17 win, advancing to the quarterfinals. Against Green Tolliver, the Canes once again had revenge on their minds. It was the Tigers who knocked Cartersville out of the state title hunt in 1989. Once again, the Canes started slowly in this one, down 7-0. Another big defensive play, this time by Devin Henderson, turned the tide, and a touchdown pass from Woodard to Robert Richards knotted the score at 7. Another touchdown pass, this one covering 30 yards to Mike Robertson, would wind up being the winning score. But it was the defense who stole the show on this night, as the Canes stopped Green inside the 20-yard line on several occasions. And the Canes took another step, beating Green 13-9. In the semifinals, the Canes faced their stiffest test yet against Mary Persons. An early touchdown by John Woodard put the Canes up 7-0. But Barry Persons would hold a 17-7 lead at the half, thanks to some great running by their quarterback. The third quarter once again, though, belonged to the Canes defense as they recovered a fumble, and LaShawn Darby turned it into points. Moments later, LaShawn scored again, this time on a pass reception, and the Canes led 21-17. After another fumble recovery, the Canes ran out the clock to seal a 21-17 victory and a berth in the state championship game at Weinman Stadium on Saturday, December 14th.